It is Thursday, and that means we have a vet on hand to answer your pet questions. So if you have a problem with your pet, you can give us a call. The number is 460-KJRH. This is Dr. Joe Landers, and today he has brought along Hugo. Good morning.
Hugo, yes. Good morning. Thank you. This is, he's about 3-4 months old. He's a nice little cat. He's, you were asking me, he's actually not all yellow. If you look real closely, he's got tiger stripes, and but that they're not very dark or whatever. And most yellow cats are male, but he's a good little guy. He's purring away, and he is
seems pretty playful too.
Oh, he really is. He's going to be a mouser. I mean, he can absolutely kind of get everything, and he wants to kind of go. But he's a good little cat. He's over at Heritage, which is 627-8575 or animalaid.org on the net. So
easy enough.
Very good. Yes,
all right, let's go to the phones. First up today, we have Denise, and she is calling in from Broken Arrow. Good morning, Denise.
Good morning.
Hi. What's your question?
We have a Bichon, and she is developing a pale brown spot all over her body, and we have no idea what it is.
How big are the spots? Are they like dime size, or are they?
Some of them are $half size.
And are they kind of flat, or can you kind of feel these little bumpies?
No, we can't feel any bumps.
Okay. You know, sometimes those can be different little infections. Some of them can be like bacterial if they're real red and irritated. Sometimes that can be like a ringworm or something too, if they're kind of pale and if they're sort of losing hair. That's something that honestly, I think I know what you're describing, but I'm not sure. But if there's multiples of those, that doesn't sound right. I mean, sometimes they can scrape themselves or something, but I would have that checked out. It doesn't sound like it's hurting necessarily, but I would have that checked out, because some things we can actually get from them, so we don't want that to happen either.
Sure. Well, let's head down to Muskogee and talk to Richard. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning.
Hi.
I have a black lab, 10 years old, and he's developing, I'm not sure if it's hip dysplasia or just a problem with his back leg, but when he stands, it trembles.
Yes.
And I'm giving him glucosamine. I was wondering if there's anything else I can do.
Well, you know, usually if they're, it's very subjective. You watch them move around and stuff, and you say, gosh, how much pain are you in? I usually like to, whenever they've been sleeping, to really watch them as they get up. Now, at 10 years old, they're not just going to pop up like a young dog, but if they take a little while and if their legs kind of stretch out behind them, or if they have to scoot a few steps on their front legs before they get up, you might want to consider going to your veterinarian, having it x-rayed and see how bad the hip dysplasia is, and possibly getting like an anti-inflammatory. The glucosamine's great. We need to stay on that for sure, but that is not a painkiller. I mean, it is strictly just to help lubricate the joints and help them move a little bit easier. So
yeah, so you certainly can learn a lot just by watching them.
Yeah, just by watching, especially after they wake up. Yeah, that's a good time.
All right, let's head back to Broken Arrow and talk to Pat. Good morning, Pat. What's your question?
Yes, we have a 17-year-old dog that doesn't have a lot of health issues, but just at her age, we feel like that, in the coming time that she may pass away at home.
Sure.
And we were wondering, what do we do with her at that point?
There's a lot of options, and certainly this is something you want to discuss with your veterinarian, because some of them will have a place that they can be cremated at, and there's a couple of options here in Tulsa. One is Companions Forever. I think the other is Pets at Peace. I don't believe you're really allowed to bury them in the backyard or anything. There is a place, Pet Memorial Gardens out north of town, that you can do, and then sometimes you can take to your veterinarian, and there is a city pickup available as well too.
Right.
So
interesting question for sure.
I'm sorry.
Dr. Landers is here every Thursday to answer your pet questions. If you missed any of today's segment, you can go to KJRH.com and click on the Lifestyle tab to watch it again, learn about other pets who need homes, and find out more about Heritage Veterinary Hospital. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Well, thank you.
Prosecutors have